Hi, I'm Daniel, and this is my fourth OKQ video about two aspects that are connected. Dendy is the main character of the show, debated even more than some of the adult characters like Mr. Gal and Carol. Although she's left out of the intro, this is off topic, but that intro only really works for season 1, especially with the changes of the villains. Anyway, she's a technology girl who has high level abilities that is often overlooked. In this video, I'll discuss her character and power cards, so are objects in the show which have many problems in terms of how it's run. Also, August is the show's 5-year anniversary, and I'm saving a special analysis for that. This video will contain spoilers for all 3 seasons. Dendy is presented to be overpowered, being a hacker and tech expert character. Some episodes take face your fears and we got fears. Dendy comes into the episode to move the story forward. He is thrown in just to solve the problem, that's her power level. When she appears to the chair, that becomes a motif for her character. The introductory episode is I Am Dendy, where she approaches KO saying that she needs help to fix her backpack. But it was really a test to make notes on KO, but throughout the episode they become friends and both like power cards. She appears in multiple more episodes and is common for her to appear. I'm not going to talk about all episodes, just some highlights. Season 2 episode Dendy's Power has her create mods and power cards with features presented on the card itself. She is using her ability to help others without even any pay. Episode's title could refer to the reveal of her jumping power, but it also means coding is Dendy's power. It's not something you're born with like most powers, she had to learn that talent and put effort into it. Showing a more realistic power compared to the other main characters. The Season 3 episode Your Good Friend KO starts in school where KO is praised as a hero while Dendy is overlooked. Tech assistance is very important. Season 3 made a point that all 4 of them are now heroes. There's multiple people involved in the project, but you'll just see the main event. Kids especially will just see the strength aspect of a hero. He has skills aside from direct combat, like surrounding evading in multiple holograms to outsmart him rather than outfight him. After seeing that happen, the cast now appreciate Dendy more, but yet not to care about that, just what people who matter think. Yesterday's episode is good, and now there's a fish head, which is a good metaphor for growing up. It's well executed as she wears the parade the whole episode to hide it as a reveal. They're always very supportive about this, and throughout the whole show their friendship is nice. Their personality is very different, but you can see friendship grow as they become more comfortable around each other. I don't ship it, I can understand why some people might, but I like seeing it that way. Dendy's character does have some flaws, like not being able to always understand emotions, treats him more like a test. We've got three, she doesn't tell Kilva and Edith it's permanent, and said you didn't ask about it. So I dislike how KO's video channel and Monster Family bring up their episodes like it's canon. Another example is Mystery Science 21X, which has a plus KO too far to unleash TKO. Even with a psychological test of who would you save. Even TKO calls this out in KO's defense. But I think TKO does actually care about standing up for him. This is Minions Season 1. Aside from that, she's a good person, help out other people with their power cards. We also send the episode she wants to inspire other people into coding as well. The last Normie episode Denny's video channel has her trying to lighten the mood during Shadowy and Takio's rampage and helps redeem the box more bot. Dendy is the hacker archetype but used it for good. It has development improving across the series even in just episodic episodes. Dendy is a great character. Now onto the power card stuff. Power cards is a card collection I was begging to exist in real life, but there's not going to be merchandise for a show this small. In universities, power cards are popular. It's also a card game, but there's no clue what the rules even are. It is the main reason that Crow and Dendy became friends in I Am Dendy. However, there's some problems with power cards. First, discrimination against Kappa because of rumours of them drowning people. This means they aren't allowed to have their own card. And the way Dendy said she won't get one so upfront shows it had been accepted norm that Kappas can't be heroes. We both conclude that it doesn't make sense to support a company that has a huge group of people, so they go to throw their collection in a volcano. They hesitate from doing that, and realize that they can still write power cards while acknowledging their problems. They don't have to fully abandon things, which arrives to the great end. Wait, there's still more, it didn't just end here. I like how that scene is referencing the show with some overlapping production. In a more dragged out show, that whole 4-minute sequence would be the whole episode. But Cleo and Denny need to now fix the problem by going into the factory. We see Denny's parents, who are well characterized in just a couple of seconds, also for some reason Puffy is level 6. In the power card factory, Cleo and Dendy try and change the code to accept kappas, but are stopped by the guards and Parry Cardsi III. Both the main people in charge we see have problems, but more so for him. It's the trope of businessman villains and even ends up in hell in the show's finale. He was born into his role based in his family, so he wasn't even chosen or worked hard to be in this position. He sees the fact that kappas weren't cute as the way it's always been and a tradition. That's wholly ideas that we really disagree with, because things will have to change as wrong or outdated, like in this case. Dendy even asks Powie if he even knows a kappa, and then not knowing how to respond, he calls the guards. That says a lot about where he got the view that he has, and implies that you're in reality too. Dendy explains how the reason might be like that is because kappas have no heroes to look up to. In the ending of the episode, you might think he end by apologising, but it's revealed that after that it's just about the money. That is really what business care about. Choosing kappas just happen to be very profitable. I liked the episode's message and how Dendy says getting the power card wasn't needed for kappas to be heroes, but it is still good. That can apply to most instances of companies' representation. It is done for money and there's no denying of that, but it can still be good at having an impact. This is one of season 1's best episodes. Our other prominent person we see for power card is Kaya. She is way too goofy and incompetent as an engineer. Denny made a code in a minute that would have took her hours. I know Denny's overpowered, but it still doesn't present to the best either. Part of the video isn't just about discriminating kappas, there's other problems like the level system. This takes into account powers over ability. Helpers of heroes like Dendy are as important to the mission, but get overlooked. Dendy should be way higher than a 1 or yet a 2. The number system is bad. Also, KO should have leveled up earlier than he actually did. 0.1 thing annoys me because we don't see any other decimal point in numbers, and it stays down instead of going up 0.1 at a time. There's also negative numbers for villains. That complicates the binary of good and evil. There's no in between. Level numbers seem untrustworthy and not officially a power level. Point is built to be very corrupt and they are big enough that they probably have some say in the power cards as well. If a big hero had a relatively low number, then there'll probably be your suits involved. There's also the fact that KO's card is getting to be level 100 at first, and they're not upgrading properly, but that might not be the fault of the company themselves. In the penultimate episodes, the factory is destroyed by TKO and they lost all their level data. It's a big business while it's even backed up. Money isn't being spent on security. They have a tournament to hold the levels and of course causes a change of TKO to gain power. But how will this even work against data? It's only direct combat when that's not all there is to power. I just established that power card isn't a great business, but it can be fixed. Thank you for watching the show's last episode, and there's a montage ending every character's story. And it reveals that Denny becomes the new CEO, which is a great end to her arc. She's the one who can change the company. Used to ban kappas, and I'm estimating more 15 years later, there's a kappa CEO. Things have changed here, and unlike Powie Cartier, she worked hard to learn coding and get where she did. I think the numbering changed too. Chloe's level 100 and the highest we saw before was around 20. It helps tie together many elements built up. It's only a 5-second scene and it's not stated how she changed the company, but it concluded almost perfectly. Conclusion, the first part of this video is kind of recognise this, but I didn't need to look at every episode, instead just some highlights. I will continue OKKO videos about 1 every 2 months. TKO videos almost 2k views and it gains it frequently about 20 a day. It's also my second most liked video, and the most has 35,000 views with a 30% dislike. While the TKO video has no dislikes, probably because the small number of fans of the show now eats for her content. The 2 hasn't done as well yet, but I want to continue, especially for the 5-year anniversary. I hope you enjoyed if you watched my previous OKKO videos or if you're new. The end.